All right, guys, my name is Jess, and welcome to my channel. So, for any of you guys who don't know me, I basically started this channel because I wanted to use this as a tool to hold myself accountable. So, each week I'll be working on different projects that really help me further my growth. So, it may be lighting, composition, storytelling. So, this week I really wanted to use some just affordable materials. So I went to my local Joann Fabric store and I purchased a few items. So let's see what we have here. So I ended up picking up some unbleached muslin and I ended up getting about 5 yards. So it's pretty long. You get a pretty decent amount. And also I ended up getting some threads, which I don't have in here. I don't know what I did with them, but I bought some threads because I wanted to use it with this backdrop. So I'm basically going to have like a bunch of vintage cameras and they'll be hanging from the backdrop. And I ended up getting black and I ended up getting like a tan color that matches this. So I'm super excited for that, but more about that later. Now, one of the things I want to say too is like, am I good enough to get paid? Yes. So I do own a marketing company and we do commercial video and photography. But you know what? For me, good enough was never good enough, and that's like literally consistent across everything in my life, from relationships to friendships, romantic relationships, career, business, everything. So I want to be exceptional. So I decided to do this just to help myself grow. So with that being said, I spent like less than $20. I spent like 1985 when it was all said and done. And I did a little bit of testing using the unbleached muslin. It does give a warm tone. And so that was one of the reasons why I used the backdrop that I did. So I'm gonna let this play and I want you guys to let me know what you think. Sometimes as creatives, we get so frustrated and flustered with our creativity and not knowing what's next. How can we continue to innovate? How can we be better than the last time? Or how can I continue to elevate? And you know what? It's tough. You're always searching for the right answer. All right, guys. So, what did you guys think? So, to be quite honest, when I first started filming myself, like literally, I just got off work. I was just having a great time. And my thought process was like, all right, let me do something I enjoy doing while also working to like kind of practice basically. So, honestly, I had a really great time actually filming this. It was so much fun. Had my wine, had my jazz music going on in the background. So it was definitely a whole vibe. But anyway, so let's go through these shots. So this first shot you're looking at, so I had my unbleached Muslim. It doesn't say Muslim or Muslim. Anyway, so I had it on two light stands, and then I had a third light stand in the middle. And essentially, I did that because I wanted to create almost like a curved type of shape. So with this first shot, I'm facing directly towards the cloth where it's straight across. And then there's another cloth behind me. So this light is pointing directly at an angle towards my face. And that's this highlight that you see right here. And that's also why you see some shadows here. So this light I had at 100%. So this light that's shining on my face from the frontal, that's my VL200 at 100%. And then there's also a light behind me. So I'm facing this way and then the light is hitting me this way, but it's directly in front of me on the other side of that cloth. And that's my Amaran C300, and that's also at 100%. But it's a 300. It says 300, but you're only getting about 150 watts of power out of there. So, and at some point, I did end up changing the power on my VL200 to 75%, and then I kept the Amaran at 100%. So that is that first shot. So that's why you see my face is glowing, and then I have a little bit of shadow. It's not completely in shadow, because I do have that other light, and it's backed up maybe 2 feet from the cloth, so it could really like spread the light a little bit more. All right, now let's go to this next shot. So with this next shot, what did I do for this one? Okay, so for this one, I'm closer to the cloth so that it could hit my face a little bit closer, and so that's why it's much brighter. And then I also have a light. The light is behind me, so you have one light hitting me this way, and then the other light is hitting me this way. So the light is at an angle, so it goes from like here to here. And then on this side, you have the light hitting me directly. On this side, the light is hitting me this way. Okay. Yeah, so the settings remain the same for all of these shots, with the exception of the slow-mo shots. Those are shot at 120. When you're shooting at 120, it's less light coming into the camera, so you're going to have to adjust. Either your lights get brighter, or you may you can adjust your ISO. For me, I stayed between 400 and 800. In post, I did edit it to, I think I reduced it to like 200 because it was still too bright for me, for my personal taste. So this shot right here is shot at 35 millimeter on the Sigma 18 to 35, and I'm shooting wide open. I'm not sure if I was shooting. I'm either at 1.8 or 2 or 2.0. All right, and like I said, I'm at a little bit of an angle, so I'm slightly away from the light, but it's still hitting me like head on, right? And you can tell how close I am because you can literally see the cloth in the background. All right, so that's shot 2. So for this shot, I went from angle to, I turned directly towards the lens. And I'm literally up as close as I can get, and I'm just kind of like this. So again, I have that Amaran 200 facing me head on, but you have to remember this light isn't as bright, and that's why it's not that bright on my face. It's actually the perfect tone. And actually, if you look really close, you can actually see the catch light in my eye. You can literally see the camera right in front of my face, and you can also see the material that's right on the left. It looks like 2 rectangles. All right, so that's shot number 3. Now this shot is actually from the same sequence from the first shot. So I'm facing towards the cloth, but I'm a little at an angle towards the right. All right, and I'm facing the light. Because I'm turned a little bit more, you can see more of the shadow. So the further you get away from the light, the more shadow it's going to cause. And now this shot, this was actually the first shot. This was my initial setup. So I literally had both lights, my VO200 at an angle, and then my Amaran 300C that is going straight forward. And both of these lights were at full power at this particular setting. And just to give you guys context, I actually shot this kind of far back, but I ended up just zooming in post. But you can even see the light, not the light, but you can see the cloth right here, because I mean, it wasn't like an official video. This was really just to kind of show you what you can do with this light. It does give a warm tone, which I personally feel is perfect for my skin tone. It was perfect for the background. So it turned out perfect. So that's pretty much my breakdown of how this actually looks as, you know, a modifier for your light. I use it pretty much bare bulb, and actually I use it with this. So I use it with this. So this basically, if you buy any light, it comes with it. It should anyway. So yeah, so on my next lighting test, I think I'm going to do a comparison between unbleached Muslim versus the more traditional Octobox, like what I'm shooting with right now. This really isn't a fair comparison because I do have a grid on there, so I'll do it without the grid. But yeah, but that's pretty much my video. I hope you love it. Give me a like and subscribe if you like this video.